guys, welcome back to another episode of BKTV News. I'm Maria Harris here
with Ethan Burke.
And we've got a great show for you today, so let's go ahead and get started. Now let's head over to Xavier for a gaming update.
Fortniters, as of Wednesday, January 29th, Fortnite added a new item named the Chiller Grenade and also added a new solid gold time mode. Fortnite also added controller support for mobile players. Treyarch has another update for Black Ops 4. As of the end of January, they will be adding changes to the way armor works in Blackout mode and also add classic weapons to zombies. And if you have a PS4, it's your one and only lucky day. You guys will have a limited time event. According to leaks, Assassin's Creed may be coming to Nintendo Switch. We may see this game as early as February 15th according to these leaks. That's all I have for you on this episode of BKTV Gaming News. See you soon.
Thanks guys. Now let's go over to Austin Bostic and Blake Zahner for their episode of Night Spotlight on our Ag department.
So agriculture is a very broad topic. We teach and learn anything from animals to plants to mechanics, food science, natural resources. It really covers a very broad spectrum of topics. So class-wise, Ag department offers a pretty good variety of classes. Our first introduction class is just called Introduction to Agriculture, Agriculture Science 1, and we really do a variety of those topics that I just mentioned. So you'll learn about animals, plants, you'll come out into the shop for a little bit and learn, do some mechanics. After that, you can kind of decide what area you want to specialize in. So we have plant science classes, animal science classes, mechanics type classes, and then we also have a business class and a leadership class. The nice thing about agriculture classes is not only are you learning content, but we offer a lot of soft skills. So you are learning how to keep records. You are learning how to talk in front of your peers, as well as being able to work with each other. If you like hands-on learning, agriculture classes will be fun for you if that's how you enjoy to learn. So we'll have kids out in the shop, we take kids out down to the greenhouse, and we do a lot of different labs in the classrooms.
I think ag is a very important subject for all people anywhere, no matter if they want to live on a farm or not. And the reason why is because agriculture is everywhere. It's in our food, it's in our clothing, it's in our lifestyle constantly. There's a lot of things nowadays that maybe is misrepresented, and so it's important for students to understand where agriculture comes from and what it actually is and how it's produced, so that they are aware that it's an efficient and a safe avenue for them.
Thanks guys. Now let's head over to the first movie review from Garrett Sheets and Austin Talley on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Movie Review, where we go over what movies are in right now and what movies are worth your money. I'm your host, Garrett Sheets, and with me is Austin Talley.
Today's segment will be about the popular movies this week.
This week, we'll start with a bit called Spotlight Movie. This week's Spotlight movie is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Released nationwide on December 14th, 2018, this movie stayed in theaters around the country for another 5 to 6 weeks. With only a budget of $90 million, they have grossed over $300 million at this time.
It is stated to be the best Spider-Man movie ever made. That's stated here by Joe Morgenstern of the Wall Street Journal. He says it's as if everyone has set out to make the best Spider-Man movie ever, which is exactly what they've done. I heavily enjoyed this movie. It was very enthusiastic with its color vibrant world and beautiful soundtrack. The characters were very noticeable and developed and relatable too. Miles Morales, the main character, is a high school kid transferring to a new school. He's around the teenager ages, so many of his viewers are already relating to him. Overall, I think Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a very spectacular movie. It's also won various awards for Best Animated Feature Film, such as the Golden Globe and Critics' Choice.
So you're telling me that if I go out to the family video and rent it, it'll be worth it?
110%.
Well, that seems like a good deal. It also seems like it's time to wrap up this episode of Movie Review.
This is Garrett Sheets and Austin Talley, signing off for now.
Next up, we've got our first ever BKTV cooking show, What's Cooking?
Good morning, FHS. My name is Ray Morrow.
And I'm Cage Dobbs.
And welcome to our segment of BKTV News, What's Cooking?
Today we're going to be asking a student or a teacher, what's cooking?
Today we're going to be interviewing Miss Harris.
I'm here with Miss Harris, interviewing her about the what's cooking. So, Miss Harris, what would you like to see us cook? Heart-shaped cookies, red velvet cake, or Rice Krispie treats?
Well, the heart-shaped cookies might take you a while to do, and if you've never made a red velvet cake, it requires some ingredients that are a little different than you're used to, so the Rice Krispie treats are probably your best bet.
All right, what would you say is difficult about making Rice Krispie treats?
Keeping your heat low so that you don't burn the marshmallows.
All right, so would you say time management is a good skill to have on this?
I think time management's always a good skill to have in cooking.
All right, thank you, Miss Harris.
We're here in Head Chef Alex's kitchen. We're about to start cooking.
But first, we'll need ingredients.
For this recipe, we'll need butter or margarine, marshmallows, and Rice Krispies, of course.
Remember, before you start cooking at all, to not spread germs, make sure you wash your hands with warm water and soap. First, you'll need a saucepan. Recipe calls for roughly 2 tablespoons of butter.
Next, we need to put the butter on the heat. Next, add a package of marshmallows, roughly 10 at a time. So currently, we're just stirring up the marshmallows here, getting them to melt all nice. And then, once these are done and melted, we're gonna add in the Rice Krispies.
And make sure you're stirring continuously and getting all this extra stuff off the bottom here so it doesn't, so cleanup's just a little bit easier. And next you'll need your Rice Krispies. I've already got a little bit poured here, that's roughly 4 cups. You're gonna need 6 cups, by the way. You come over here to Ray, start dumping that stuff in, and let him mix that in while getting another 2 cups.
Alright, so you want to make sure you're pulling it away from the edges here. Like, see, these don't have any marshmallow fluff on them, so
You're gonna want your wax paper so it doesn't stick to the table. So once you get it to about this consistency, it's gonna take a lot of effort, so we're gonna use both of us to do this. So here, you gotta really give you a good, nice arm workout. You need your biceps and your triceps really going. Even your forearms a little bit. Just get that out of there. It really takes a lot of effort, especially when you're trying to show the camera what's going on.
Alright, so now we're just going to flatten it out, try and get it into a nice shape for us to cut it. Get it nice and thin, the right thickness you want.
So you're going to want to start at one side once you want this cut. So we're gonna have our head chef Alec come in and test our masterpiece.
Yeah, tastes pretty good. Good job.
That's all the time we have for this segment. Thanks for tuning in to What's Cooking?
Next up, we got the first part in a 3-part series where we're going to go over lifting techniques. Let's head over to Logan Tabor and Alex Abishar.
Hi, my name's Alex Abishar.
And I'm Logan Tabor, and this is
Lift Review.
We got a couple lifts on there for you today that are going to target the biceps, triceps, and deltoids.
Today's first lift will be standing alternating dumbbell curls. Be sure to get the full range of motion and touch that dumbbell to your chest.
Here, be sure to have a tight back and a tight core, and keep a good full range of motion.
Here you want to be sure to rotate your wrists 90 degrees, coming up, starting at the bottom and up to your chest. Make sure to rotate those wrists.
Next lift we have lined up for you are body weight dips. These are going to work your triceps and a little bit of the lower chest.
Be sure to bend your knees, keep your feet off the ground.
Make sure to dip below parallel to get the full work in your tricep.
This lift is to target your shoulders. Be sure to get your dumbbells above your shoulder.
And you want to make sure to have a stiff back, a little bend in the knee and elbow. This lift is for your lateral deltoids, which will make your appearance look wider.
And that's it for lift review this week. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Let's go over to Max McKinney and Ethan Miller for their segment about boys basketball.
First question, how do you think that the team has performed so far this season?
Well, I think we're having a great season. You know, we started out the year winning the tournament at Sullivan, got the #1 seed in the Christmas tournament, came through that unscathed, and then we're undefeated in conference and heading into the conference tournament, so I couldn't be more pleased.
How do you think that some of the younger players on the team have adjusted to varsity?
Well, very well. We've got 2 young players that really made the jump to varsity very well. Sophomore Brant Gray is our shooting guard. Freshman Isaiah Robinson is playing our 6th man and playing some guard position as well as forward, and they're doing a great job for us.
Next question, what do you think that your biggest strengths are as a team?
Right now, I would just say it's our unselfish play and our defense and our rebounding, because we've been consistent with that every game. We're doing a great job of hitting the open man, making the easy pass to the guy who's got the best shot. You know, passing up good shots for better shots, which shows a very unselfish team. And then also our defensive rebounding has been tenacious almost every game, I would say, and been consistent. And that's what's kept us, I think, on the winning streak that we're on.
What are some of the goals that you had at the beginning of the season?
Win the next game. I think that's how you have a great season, is you just prepare for your next opponent and your next game, one game at a time, and that's kind of the way we've taken it. We haven't really looked at long-range goals, but we know that the way to have a great season is to win the next game, and so that's what we're doing, not looking too far ahead. I think so far that's working for us.
Who was your biggest surprise this season as a player, and who had the most surprising performance?
Probably Cole Gerstenberger, because I haven't coached him before. You know, Cole joined this year. He's been a great addition to our team. He's one of our best players, great rebounder, scored well for us, very aggressive on the offensive end, and just a real pleasure to coach and also a great teammate.
What are some goals that you wish that you could accomplish heading into the end of the season?
Just to continue to play well, continue to play together, and give it our best effort every night, and just win the next game that's in front of us. Like I said earlier, we didn't make long-range goals. Of course, we know we want to win a district championship. We'd like to go beyond that. That's all in the back of our minds, but we really know the best way to get there is just to take the next game and win it.
What adjustments are you making as a team in order to prepare for the postseason?
Probably one adjustment if we're going to try to pick up the pace a little bit. Teams are trying to hold the ball on us, and that's something that we don't really mind that much as long as we've got the lead. We play well in the half-court game. But we are probably going to try to push the offense a little bit more and try to get more transition baskets. I think that will help us and take a little bit of pressure off the offense and actually take a little bit of pressure off the defense by doing that.
Thanks for joining us for Season 2 of BKTV News. Be sure to join us next time.